Hi guys, my name is Richard Ighodalo, the Governor of Good Evening Nigeria. I greet you this evening. It's less than 1 month to the Edo State Governorship election that will be holding on the 21st of September this year. And of course, there are so many speculations on the social media space regarding who is more popular going into the governorship race. Recently, the Africa Poly Institute organized a survey, and the result of the survey showed that Asuen Ighodalo, the governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party, is ahead his other contenders in the governorship election. Personally, I have identified two sampling errors in that poll. The first one is the error of selection, and the second error I have identified in that poly survey is the error of selection frame. The first one, error of selection, what does that mean? What it simply means is that he actually collected those surveys from people who were willing to speak to him. To avoid that error, Africa Poly Institute ought to have gone to villages and towns in Edo State to meet directly with people who will have their opinions on all the candidates, as well as those who are even sitting on the fence. So the second error, the error of selection frame. The Africa Poly Institute equally said that over 2,000 persons were interviewed via phone call nationwide for an election that is going to take place in Edo. Now, what they simply telling us is like they went to Lagos State, for example, to interview people who are you voting for in Edo State government. That's not an error on its own, because somebody in Lagos State will only give their opinion on the candidate that is more visible on the social media space, because they are not in Edo State. So that's an error on its own, not conducting the survey in Edo State as a targeted population. This polling cannot stand the test of scrutiny, and it's a bag of error on its own. And so on the show tonight, I like to discuss factors that may truncate the chances of Asuen Ighodalo, the governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party, in the forthcoming Edo State governorship election. Personally, I am an admirer of Asuen Ighodalo's intellectual superiority over other candidates in this election. He is a boardroom guru and someone who has occupied several corporate positions before retiring to running for the office of this governor of Edo State. But however, politics is what it is. It is a game of numbers, not a game of who is most qualified. And so, first among the list is the fact that Asuen Ighodalo is running against two career politicians. Asuen Ighodalo is not known to have occupied any elected position. The only public position he has occupied being the chairman of Ighodalo in the Edo State government under the leadership of Governor Obaseki is an appointed position. Even his running mate Ogsarajon Ogie had not run for any elected positions either. This could be called technocrats running against career politicians. Their opponent is the All Progressive Congress Senator Monday Okpebholo and his running mate Honorable Dennis Idahosa are career politicians. And while Senator Monday Okpebholo is the senator representing Edo Central in the National Assembly, then Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa is the member representing Ovia Federal Constituency in the National Assembly, and the only person who was able to destroy the Ighodalo dynasty in the Ovia Federal Constituency. Same thing with Monday Okpebholo. Since 1999, no candidate from any other political party outside PDP have occupied the position of a senator representing Edo Central Senatorial District. But in the last election, Senator Monday Okpebholo broke that jinx. These are the two career politicians that Asuen Ighodalo is running against. It's a major concern for me. The second reason that may truncate the chances of Asuen Ighodalo as the next governor of the state is what I would call the sin of Governor Godwin Obaseki. Governor Godwin Obaseki, the governor of Edo State, is someone who does not know how to manage relationship. Since becoming the governor of the state, he has fallen out with so many of his benefactors and good friends in and outside Edo State. And as I speak to you right now, all of these people are all ganged up against Asuen Ighodalo for reason that they want to fight Obaseki through Asuen Ighodalo. Now, another reason that truncates the chances of Asuen Ighodalo from becoming the next governor of the state is what I would call works. The work of Senator Monday Okpebholo and his deputy, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa. Now, one of the greatest weaknesses of Senator Monday Okpebholo going into this race is his inability to address a mammoth crime. But however, his work speaks for him in Edo Central Senatorial District. Even becoming the senator representing that senatorial district, has been digging boreholes, constructing roads, and building schools for villages and communities in Esan Central Senatorial District. And recently becoming the senator representing the zone, he has carried out a lot of empowerment programs, even bought buses that convey people freely across and within cities in Edo State. These are works that are speaking for him, even if he doesn't know how to speak for himself. And on the other side, his deputy, Right Honorable Dennis Idausa, is doing the same thing in the two local governments in Ovia Federal constituency. But on the flip side, what has Asuen Ighodalo brought on the table with all his profiles, his boardroom and corporate positions he has occupied in the past? Can Asuen Ighodalo point at someone he has mentored in the past? Can he boast of someone he has given job to in Edo State? These are some of the sentiments so many persons from Edo State are looking at going into this race. And lastly, one major advantage we can't take away from the All Progressive Congress going into this election is federal might and financial muscle. Of course, they belong to the ruling party at the center, so they will have a way of swinging the election to their advantage. They have the money to induce voters to their own advantage. And now, this is just my humble opinion, and I may be wrong in all I have said. As for you out there watching this video, do you think Asuen Ighodalo has what it takes to surmount all these challenges and clinch the #1 position in the state come September 21st this year? Until I see you again, I want to get your opinions at the comment section. Bye.